take a load off, Fani, because you're off the case. A Georgia State Appeals Court has booted Fulton County DA Fani Willis and her entire team from President-elect Trump's election case. But the indictment against Trump still stands. The court citing Fani's appearance of impropriety thanks to her soap opera-worthy affair with ex-special prosecutor Nathan Wade. Who could forget this?
I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth, Judge. And it is a lie. It is a lie. If you're confused, you think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. As you know, Mr. Wade is a Southern gentleman. Me, not so much.
So, Judge, the whole team gets kicked off the case, but the case still stands.
Yeah, I have a feeling the case is going to disappear. They have several options. I mean, the court made the decision to throw her off, throw her team off, throw the office off. And in a case like that, it may go to another office within that particular region. Maybe the chief administrative judge will do that. But honestly, I just don't think that a prosecution of a sitting president, if they have to start ab initio from the beginning, it makes any sense now. But I just want to talk about that woman. That woman is an embarrassment to me. For her to walk into that courtroom like that, as if she's in charge, pointing her finger at the judge and everyone else, she would have been taken out in the paddy wagon, okay? I would never have tolerated that in a courtroom. That means it's like a circus down there, end of it. That's it. The whole case should be thrown out. They were corrupt, $654,000. She gives her lover, he takes her on vacation. Then she says, I really gave money back, but it's from the cash. Where the hell did you get the cash? You work for the state. That's all I have to say.
So, Jessica, back in June, Fani Willis claimed that the reason her case was falling apart is because she's a black woman. It doesn't really kind of, when you look at it now, in retrospect, it doesn't. That argument doesn't really kind of hold up, does it?
Seemingly not. Sometimes it's not what's best to lead with, and there has been disappointment, obviously, in her handling of all of this and her team, especially because there was such clear evidence in the indictment, Donald Trump calling Brad Raffensperger up and saying, find me, thousands of votes that I didn't earn.
That's not what he said. Well, it wasn't quite like that.
Or Trump allies pushing conspiracy theories.
Don't conversations about the election.
You haven't heard the evidence.
What?
Which is not illegal.
Okay, well, what Rudy did, let's say, to those election workers. What he owes like $148 million or something like that. Okay, so those are real things that happened. And obviously, people are going to do whatever possible to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't face these trials. Eileen Cannon throwing aside that case again, not because of the evidence, but because she says that Smith was...
followed the law.
Well, then why are there special counsels that have been appointed in other situations?
She followed the law.
But why have there been other special counsels appointed, but Jack Smith is the one that's a problem?
Because he's nuts.
Oh, it's the nuts defense. I think I'm done.
They told me to let you finish.
That's
why I used one word.
I appreciate it. Whoever said that, Amy, it was probably you.
No, it was Brett.
Oh, Brett.
So, Jesse, all of this comes out as more and more evidence kind of piles up that shows there really was a connection between the Biden White House and these prosecutions all over the country.
So they're suing Fani to turn over the emails that show that she was in cahoots, and she won't turn over the emails. And she's probably stupid enough to write down colluding with the White House. So she's hiding it, and she's going to be held in contempt if she doesn't turn this over. I mean,
it's with the cash in the box.
So I'm looking forward to that. She was runner-up to Trump for Time Person of the Year for me. The shamelessness, the poor grammar, the poor pronunciation, the inability to grasp basic geography. I think she only has two routes for the career now. She could either be mayor of Atlanta or a Real Housewife of Atlanta, because she has all of the qualifications. And I'm gonna miss Fani. I loved her. Not in that way, Jessica, but not in that way, Jessica. Not the way Wade did, but I appreciate Fani from a television perspective.
Maybe she gets a pardon. We'll see.
But from Biden?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it is kind of interesting. All of this is playing out at the very moment where President-elect Trump wants to start cleaning house at DOJ, this kind of gives him an upper hand in all that.
Absolutely. And imagine being Fani Willis. She thought that she was going to be a part of the takedown of Donald Trump. And she orchestrates the case and gets the mugshot. And she thinks, oh, yeah, now the mugshot's going to take him down. And the mugshot makes him more popular. Then she was kicked off her own case for criminal activity. I mean, honestly, Shakespeare could not have written it better.
You are so right.
It's so true. I have always believed that if Shakespeare were still alive today, Donald Trump would be his favorite character. He would rewrite all of his plays, all of his histories, all of his comedies, and Donald Trump would be like, he'd be from King Lear all the way to Falstaff, and he would love it.
Wow, look at that. Shakespeare.
Yes,
Woo.
He would love
Impressive.
it.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.